Hello, welcome back to allforunitedwfc. This is something a little bit different that we've adopted over from our women's football channel for those of you who haven't seen it. So it's going to be something a little bit different, probably a shorter show than usual. I know there's obviously other things going on. We'll be talking back, in terms of the present day later in the week when we come to preview Spurs. But as for now, we're going to be looking back. You're going to see some names that you probably haven't seen in a United women's team for quite a while. Some of these names when I was putting this list together and things like that. So I'll quickly explain the rules. I say rules, but I quickly explain what this is for people who have seen the tweet and gone, what on earth are they doing tonight? Essentially, we've got a list of Man United women's players over the years since the championship season up to the present team. We're each going to have a go at picking a player per round. The number that we get given is going to be random. Well, no, we're going to choose a number in a second, and then the sequence is going to be different each round. And the thing is, if someone else takes your player, you cannot have them in your team. So that's where it gets a little bit interesting. And there's only one extra player per position, which adds a bit of jeopardy in to make sure you get your player into the team. Now, obviously, we've all got an idea of what we want. It's not going to work like that because chances are someone is going to nick one of your players somewhere along the line because that's just what happens with these things. So yeah, let's get into it. Before I bring the players up and you see the screen, we've got to pick a number between 1 and 4 each. So Barry, considering you're at the end of this sequence, I'm going to ask you, what number do you want between 1 and 4?
I think on this occasion, I was a little bit pulled apart. I'm going to go with 3. That's the magic number I've been told, so I'm going to pick 3. Thank you. Very nice of you to go for me.
Might be the only time you're first or not.
I'll go for
Vic, so you've got a choice between 2 or 1.
2.
So, okay, so that means leaving me with number 1. Right, so as I said, the way it's going to work, I don't know where I'm going to hold my phone up every single time, but you can see, I don't know where you can see, it's a random sequence generator anyway between 1 and 4. I'm going to keep spinning that every single time, and we'll see what happens. So before we get into that, let's bring this on screen. I apologize if you can't see it. I'm going to zoom in and out as we go. So these are the positions. Obviously, I've separated it between goalkeepers, your fullbacks, so left and right. Believe it or not, when you look at that right back list, we've not actually had that many right backs when you go over the team throughout the years. Centre backs, obviously, midfielders, so we've got 3 each, and forwards, we've got 3 each as well. And it's up to these guys where they want to put certain players in their front line / midfield when we're putting all this together as well. So I've kind of put right wing, left wing, striker, but we'll see how that goes as we kind of get into it. Right, should we get some hello to everyone in the comments, by the way. Rosie, can't believe this is I hate it when we share screens. It covers up the person at the bottom. So Andrew, I apologize, that's you in this instance. That's gonna get covered up while I just quickly say hello to everyone.
I'll just stick me at the bottom. Nobody needs to see me. Get me down there. For Andrew, they see far too much of me.
You can move yourself if you want. We'll leave it like that.
I will move myself. I can't believe you're not going to do it. Why are you getting so shy? Look, it's not hard. Look, there you go. Easy. Job done.
Well, there we go. It's because you said it. You see, you put it out there into the universe that you wanted to move. So there we go. Right, let's give this a spin. Good evening, James. Good evening, everyone who's in the chat. Let's get this going. So the first number sequence. Oh, I don't believe it. This is rigged. So for those, I don't know where you can see that. So that is 2, 3, 4, 1. So who's that? So that's Vic first. Barry second, Andrew third, me last. Are you having a laugh? This is rigged from the start. But so, Vic, I don't think this is going to be any surprise, but who do you want as your first player into your team?
Olabatier.
I don't know why that shocks me. I mean, yes, obviously it's on, but I don't know. For some reason, I thought you were going to lock to. I might nick 2. You've said that. There we go. So we did have a few tweets when we put this out there that, it's basically going to be a battle for who can get honour first. And well, there we go. Vic is locked in.
And I picked the number 2.
Exactly. That's why I paused. I was adamant that's the route she was going to go down there, but clearly not. Who was next? It was number 3 when it's a Barry. You're up next.
Do you know, right? Genuinely, I was driving home tonight and in my head, everybody in the world, they probably do it in the chat now. They all have an idea where I was going to go. But I played this game a couple of times now. And each time I play this game, and I did very well the first time, the second time, I don't know that I ended up really where I wanted to be.
It is tough.
It is tough because this is going to feel like Civil War, and I don't want it to be Civil War. But there's a very serious reason why I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're really deliberating over this one.
I am deliberating. This was easy, wasn't it?
Leaving us in suspense.
Oh my god!
We should have a time limit of 60 seconds per person, I think, on this.
All right, I'm going to go May Letitia.
Oh, well, that's one person out my team already. I'm going to have to change. So let's swap that around. So Barry's come from May, which, to be fair, I think and I'm intrigued for you guys in the chat that are watching along with this in terms of who you would have gone for as your first picks, especially because, yeah, I think there's a couple of them. People are going to be surprised by mine, I think. Andrew, who's going into your team first?
Just looking at all those names, and there's some good names to put in there as well. There's one I want, especially, I know probably Barry wants it as well, but I'm going to have to go Katie Zellum.
Oh, he has. He's gone for Casey.
Sorry, Barry, but I've... Sorry.
Well, I'm going to put her in there for you for now.
Was our captain.
Barry's back to the bottom now.
I moved out the way for you. I told Connor to get you. I have you on our channel.
I mean,
It's the one up.
This is how Caesar felt.
I was going to say, there's a lot of shot, and to be fair, I don't know whether this is going to be. No, I don't know. It's my choice, isn't it? I'm probably going to surprise people because there is a few names. Mayo was going to be one of my first choices, but obviously that's now not an option. However, and I think this comes from the TikTok live the other night where we did kind of like a few little games over there as well. Rose has got mine. I am going to slot in the right-hand side only because I'm looking at the other right backs on that list, and I feel like Jade is definitely the next strongest out of the ones we got on there. So I'm going to put Jade in my team just to make sure I've got starting off the defense strong and building from the back. So I'm going to whack Jade in there as my kind of right-hand side, and then you guys can fight over who you potentially want in those other positions. James has got it as well. I feel like people are going to think I've got an agenda or something, but there we go. But yeah, Rose, to be fair, looking at your picture, I think that kind of gives it away on that one. Right, I'm going to go through the teams kind of as we go, but I'm not going to do it every single round. I'll do it every kind of 3 or 4 picks or something like that. So if we roll the sequence again, so number 3, so that's Barry first. 3, 2, 4. What this is a joke. I'm last again. 3, 2, 4, 1. So that's Barry, Vic, Andrew, and then myself.
I'm still gobsmacked. Actually, I'm reading. Completely blown my game plan out the water, Andrew. Right at the very start. No, don't apologise because you meant it. And in my heart, I love you because I love the fact that Katie Zellum got first round pick. So there is that part.
And it was the one
part of me.
I knew you did as well. So I was like, do I?
But I'm going to have to, I think, go for Lauren James.
Where do you want her in your front line?
Where do I want her in? Oh, I see. Sorry. I have not thought that far ahead. One moment, caller. For the minute, I'm going to stick her on the left wing, please.
To be fair, I think that's a solid choice. I think obviously her time at United is maybe as I guess big as her time at Chelsea, she definitely kicked on when she left. But still, I think an unbelievable footballer. I don't think anyone can deny that in that Chelsea team. Albeit, obviously, we give her a bit of stick when we play. But yeah, I don't think anyone can argue that too much. Number 2, so that's Vic.
L2.
Oh, she's still there. I'm kind of annoyed now. I should have gone for 2 first.
I don't know if people are scared of me or if people actually haven't picked her.
To be fair, she wasn't actually in my team, so I was only gonna do it to wind you up.
Yeah, I know.
I know I wasn't going to pick it because I thought you were going to take it anyway.
Well, I feel like now is the time to tell you that the reason why I was deliberating so much was because I couldn't pick between Maya, Ella, and LJ.
Well, you've not got 2 of them now.
I was gonna say, but there you go. Toon is in. Who's it next? Andrew.
I'm going to go Rachel Williams.
I'm shocked by some of these. Not that I don't think she's a great
No,
player.
I've upset 2 people now. No, Vic said it was.
I'm assuming striker, Andrew, not
Okay,
out on the wing.
yes.
Well,
I feel like Andrew thought Charlie was going to be on the show and he just thought, who else were upset?
Going to be banned now from ever coming on again.
Highland says Barry's choice, first choice would be Amy T. I mean, Amy T's still there, so there is a potential that she goes into Barry's team. I've got to. So it's me now, isn't it? Who do I want that I think someone else is going to take? That's my kind of tactic when I'm playing these things. It's like, who do I think someone else is going to want? And I think, because there's a few players on mine that I'm like, yeah, they're not. I'm not worried about them. I'm going to have to change centre back now because you took Maya. Do you know what? I'm going to be the first one to dive into goalkeepers. I'm so sorry, Rose. I'm actually going to go for Fallon because I want to get my keeper in there. As I said, building from the back. So I am going to whack Fallon in my team, and she can slot in there. I'm kind of building a current United 11 there, but I feel like that's a solid shot. Solid start. Speaking of solid, Bayern are now 5-2 up against Arsenal, so let's all laugh at them right now because
5-2 for Bayern.
It was 2-2 about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. So, Jesus. Fair play to him. But yes, Michael, we will come to this at the end. There is a few players, obviously not on this list, that you like to see, but we will come back to that and see where people want to put those in. Right, let's fling this sequence. If I'm last again, I'm just going to give up because if this. I'm not. There we go. I don't know what. Shall I show you just so you can see that I'm not making this up? It's not going to focus, is it? 1, 3, 2,
2, 4.
So what's that? So that's me, Barry, Vic, and then Andrew. Andrew's had the worst kind of thing here. Kind of last on a thing. So I didn't even think about this. So who have we got left that I want that I think other people are going to take? Right, no, I do know. So I'm going to go for midfield and Grace Clinton because I feel like that was definitely going to get picked this round or definitely soon. And as I kind of said this the other week that I think she is, I still stand by that she's our best midfielder. I think she will go down as our best midfielder. Should she stay? Obviously, if she's only here for a year, that's going to be quite hard. But yeah, Grace Clinton will go into mine for the time being. Who was next after me? Number 3, so that's Barry.
Heidi lad, please.
Oh, I love this because every time like someone picks someone, you get someone else's reaction. Just took someone from their team. I was going to say, Ema's right. My team is better. I'm just building the current team at this rate.
Well, he's not going to get it, is he? She can't have Maya Letitia.
I was going to say, I promise it isn't. There are other players in there when I put this together. Vic, it's you next.
Vilda Borisa.
Yeah.
Come on, then.
Well, if you want to, you should have picked her.
Yeah, but I
the most underrated player we have ever had at Man United. And I will say that, and I'll say it for years and years and years. She needs to be in my team.
the reason I didn't pick a Barry is because I thought there's no way someone else is going to pick Builder in this. I thought I was safe there.
Well,
I
that's
was
because
thinking he was
didn't
going to
think
get
I was
her.
going to pick
And I was
Kane.
like, no.
So, right, let's take Builder out of my team then, because that's kind of messed up my system I had going. I had a perfect 6-8-10 system going on in my midfield, but let's scrap that. Andrew, over to you.
Gonna go Evie Rabjon.
You are really surprising me tonight. Evie, obviously going in at right back for your team there. That's short and sweet.
Jeez. There you go.
I see Rosie, your comment. I have a feeling she's coming up in the next kind of couple of rounds. So if we have a look at the teams then, in terms of how they're looking, so we're 3 picks in. So Vic's gone for Honor, Vilder, and Tooney. Andrew, Brad, John, Zellum, and Williams. Barry's gone for Letitia, Ladd, and James, and myself, tullis-joyce, Riviere, and Clinton. So I'm intrigued to see where who's kind of leading this ultimate team so far, who people think is leading the way, so to speak. I have put Evie at centre back, yes, I'll move that in just a second. But thanks for noticing that, Joseph, because I would not have noticed that. There we go. You've got 1 vote for you, Barry.
Thank you, James. Appreciate that, man. Plenty of time for me to muck it up.
I was going to say he's gone for that. Right. Well, let's carry on. Thick and old. Vic's got 2 votes now. From Mads and Rosa. There we go.
I'm stabbed in the back again.
Fantasy WSL.
Yeah, you're cheating at that. We all know that.
No. You should be jealous.
We'll see. We'll see come the end of the season. Right, let's rotate it again. Oh, this is ridiculous. Right, so 2, 1, 3, 4. So that's you first, Vic, then myself, then 3 is Barry, then Andrew. Andrew's been shafted by this rotation here. He's always either been 3rd or 4th in the selections. But Vic, you are at first. Where are you going? Alex Greenwood. First one to dive into the left back column. Slotting in there. Honor and Greenwood. That's a good little partnership. Hang on. So left back. There we go. Right. Counting the rows. But that's a solid. I don't think people can complain with that in terms of your 2 fullbacks there. I was going to say, Andrew's definitely leading into Williams and Rabjon. You've kind of gone for the oldest and youngest in
youth and experience.
I was going to say, yeah.
Definitely got that, mate.
See, I need to recalibrate my team now because Vilder and Mayer gone. So, okay, I'm going to bank on someone not picking somebody, and I'm going to go for midfield again and go for Jackie Groen as my kind of holding midfielder to slot in there because I feel like the other midfielders on that list are a bit more attacking. There's a few of the defensive-minded ones on there, but I want to get Jackie in there just so I've got some kind of cover there in that midfield. So Jackie's going to slot in. I thought that would please you, Rose. I did see you comment a bit about that one. Number 3. So it's Barry, Europe next to pick on this one.
I'd like to go for Hinny, please.
Where is she? Here we go. Is that in your what position have you got left?
Number 1, I'm not red.
No, you're not.
I'm trying to steal my players.
There we go.
Thank you.
There we go. Number 4, Andrew.
I'm going to go for Aoife Mannion.
Oh.
Who's building a team from the Midlands? What's happened there? You just basically got, I want to keep the people that are nearby, although that is very southwesterly. But, you know,
that was a Bristol accent, that was.
Yeah, I got lost, I'm afraid. On my way there.
But our teams are looking interesting. I think when you look at that, I mean, yeah, Rosa and Ema are both for you, Barry, that Mia's Al was a very solid pick there. Michael's with me that Jackie was a good pick as well.
United.
It literally is Andrew's team over there. But no, we'll keep rolling. I'm going to bring the teams back up properly, and we'll talk about it at the halfway stage in terms of where our teams are at. But we'll keep flying through the next couple. Andrew, you've been given a good hand. 4, 1, 2, 3 is the next sequence. So yourself, then me, and Vic, then Barry.
Go with this. Gonna go in the midfield. Lisa Nalsund.
I mean, she's not very brummy, is she?
Got a little bit of
How's she meant to fit into that? Poor Lisa.
I've put Zellum. That's what's thrown me off. Your Zellum's in the wrong column.
yeah, slightly. She hasn't got a position. Out of context.
So you've gone for Lisa Nelson. There we go. Is it me? It was me, wasn't it? Do you know what? Let's have a look. Right. So I was banking on nobody picking her. So I'm going to go for Melvie Mallard off the left for my kind of pick there. I know there's a lot of forwards is a really good position actually in terms of the amount of forward. Just looking at that list, to be honest, there's not too many players I wouldn't be happy with from that list. So I'm going to stick Mallard and whack her out on the left because I feel like that's just on her performance from those 38 minutes on Wednesday night. To be fair, I was quite happy with that. So she's slotted in just for that. Number 2, number 2, Vic.
I'm really struggling now because I don't know whether to keep going with the team that I've already built or whether to finish off what everyone else has already started. I'm going to go for Leah Galton.
Slotted in the left-hand side. Let's whack her in. Over there we go. Your first kind of... I'm liking it. I love this because it's like, obviously, when we've done the draft on the other channel, on the Women's Football channel, it's obviously been players from everywhere around the world. I like this because it's solely United Women based. Like Barry said, it's almost like it's a bit of a civil war going on. Like, between trying to pick players. But number 3, Barry, so you are last in this rotation.
Yeah, but I still think that out of the 4 of us, I will be picking the better player. I feel like you've all lost your plot entirely there when you look at your entire squad. Because if you can have Maya, you might as well have Millie.
No!
So,
that was
Vic! Why did you pick her? There's so many strikers. You're like, oh, don't worry about the defence. I'm the only one to pick both of my centre backs. What are you lot playing at?
Who did you think you were going to get her? Did you think anyone was going to pick her?
Oh, to be fair, I was going there next if Barry wasn't. So my next go round was going to be Millie. I was going to say, Mad said it.
Don't worry, Mads. I'm on it.
I'm in full sulk mood now.
All of a sudden, Vic's looking good going forward, but we're shaky at the back.
Well, I think what we now 5 players in. So let's have a look at the teams and see what the chat think in terms of our team so far. So we've kind of gone for a mix in terms of where our teams, are stronger. I'm the only one that's gone for a goalkeeper so far, but only 1 player in my back line, whereas everyone else has got 2. 2 midfielders in there, and just the 1 forward for me. How's everyone feel? Is everyone feeling okay with their team so far?
No, I'm not.
I'm missing 1 player. My team can never be fully complete.
I don't know. I like the look of all of them, but obviously they're all United players, or have been, so I'm quite happy with any of them. But I don't know. If I take my bias away, obviously I think mine's the best anyway, but I'm trying to think who else. I do like the look of Barry's. I think that's very balanced.
Me too.
So I like to hear it. Well done.
Oh. Ema's gone for Vic, but I'm coming strong as well.
See? What are you on about, Barry?
NT's gone for me.
We don't need no NT. See? I can play with 2 at the back of me at minute.
Oh, listen. Out wide, you're doing awesome. Absolutely.
Amazing.
I mean, you've literally got nobody at centre back, so most injury prone. Yeah,
True.
great.
So a lot of nice choice in there, but yeah, I was going to say that there is some solid teams. It's going to get really interesting when we get to kind of pick 8, 9, 10, 11, because then you'll get into the players that necessarily you didn't have in your original team, and when we come to go through that. So let's reshuffle this. 3, 1, 4, 2. So who's 3? That's yourself, Barry, isn't it? So yourself, me, Andrew, and then Vic last in this rotation. Just going to end up leaving.
Well, let's start putting some logic into here, because I don't need to pick a right back because I either got Martha Harris or Neve Murphy. So that is, not going to become too important for me in terms of needing to throw that out there. I've got 2 great centre backs, 2 great midfielders. I think I have got the best forward in that list. So, as a result, I think Lauren James.
Oh,
You can dislike her as much as you like, but if you're looking for people that are likely to score, she is top of that list, I'm afraid. Hence why she was such a high pick. So I feel like in order to maintain the structural integrity of the squad that I'm building, now I am going to have to put somebody between the sticks just in case some people try to stick it to me. Now, Sophie Bagley's had some superb times, but obviously I just have the feeling that Andrew Wall's going to want to pick Sophie Bagley for Midlands FC.
You never know.
So, really, I'll be honest, I forgot about Fallon. She wasn't in my thinking. I was thinking, am I going to pick Mary Earps or Siobhan Chamberlain? Those were my 2 thoughts. Didn't even register this year's. It was only when I saw her name there that I went, oh, actually, no, I will go for her. And it's tricky because Earps has not been at the level she could be at, even though she's at PSG. But we only really saw Siobhan in the latter years. So I think I'd be foolhardy at this point not to take Mary Earps.
Thought that's the direction you're going to go. I'm liking your team. It's annoying. It's a solid looking team. Antonio's asking, in terms of who did she get mentioned United? She did. She got 6 appearances. But as I said, when you break this down by position, again, we've not actually had many more centre backs than that's on that list. I think there's only one, and they only played once. So when you go back through the years of United, it is tough to try and find players per position, which is why there's obviously some names missing off here. Like in forward positions, you'll notice a certain Kristen Press isn't on this list, but we will come back to that. And someone said about Turland earlier on as well. Obviously, there are players in this current team as well that can potentially get in there when we come back to doing that at the end. Who was it next? Number 1? Oh, it was me. Okay. I'm kind of with Mary. I'm kind of happy. Do I want another midfielder in actually? Because my midfield was Jackie, Grace, and Vilda. Obviously, now I can't have Vilda. So I can't. Do I go for one of the originals? Because I'm kind of happy with left back out of any of them, to be honest. So I'm not too worried there. Same with centre backs though. No, I'm going to lock in a centre back because I've not got one yet. And I think I'm the only. I don't think Andrew has either. Do I go for? I'm torn between 2. Who did I have? You know what? Actually, no. We need a bit of Norway in the team, so I'm going to put Maria Torrestottir in at the back. She can slot in on that side of defence for me. So I'm going to slot Maria in because I feel like I need a bit of Norway to slot into this team. Andrew, number 4.
Just looking at who's left now, I'm just like, I'm going to go for Amy Turner.
That was the one. That was the other one I was deliberating.
I was like,
nice looking. Vic, over to you.
Abby McManus.
Ooh. Solid show.
Really?
I think so. She might be watching this.
Poor old Abby.
She was not in my 11.
I bet you were a nightmare at school. Vic. Oh, I guess we better have bug eyes over there then. Oh, no, I always get left with them.
I'm not sure.
She was decent though. She played 25 times for United as well. So I think that's a
She's 6 now.
So, I mean, maybe they might have good connection.
This other centre back's going to be interesting. So Barry and Andrew, I think, I've got their 2 centre backs. So Vic, we've got a choice of our other centre back between Caldwell, Evans, and Tunkara. I think one of us might be drawing a shorter straw when we come to our other centre backs. Right, we'll do one more rotation, and we'll come back to the teams in whole again. 2, 1, 3, 4. So Vic, you're first on this time round. That's myself, then Barry, then Andrew.
Okay. I'm gonna go for Gemma Evans.
Oh, she is in. I thought you might.
I am. I like her Welsh accent. And do you know what? I like the fact that she's in a centre back column and not the left back column. So,
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine playing Gemma Evans at centre back rather than. I mean, who would put her at
I was
left?
going to say, Rose has just asked that. Why did you put Evans? She never played in that position for obviously. And as you'll notice, Greenwood is in the left back column because that's where she played for us. I did that because, as I said earlier, there was nobody else. we didn't have that many centre backs over the years because obviously Amy and Millie were very solid together, and obviously Abby there as well. We didn't actually have that many that played there consistently enough. So I've had to put them in this order so we had enough players per position on that one. Right, so it was me next, wasn't it? I mean, Rosa has just put a good point in the chat about Lucia Garcia. She wasn't actually in my team. But now I'm thinking maybe off the right. I'm so like I said, left back I'm leaving till last because I'm happy with any of them. It's the forwards in midfield. Oh, I'm going to let all United fans down, I think, by saying this. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put Alessia Russo as my striker. Only because I feel like, from a tactical point of view, when I'm looking at my team, I think she will benefit. You know, when you've got Clinton in behind, you know, she's very good at holding the ball up. You've got Melvine kind of running off her, and my other right winger, who I'm hoping to get in there. I feel like she would link up very well with that. So Russo's good. I'm getting.
Wow.
It would have been my pick.
Oh, he's ruined it.
Look at this. Number 3 was next. So it's yourself.
Yes. Well, to be honest with you, throughout the entirety of your little monologue there, I was, and you wouldn't have seen it because it's a bit of a poker game, but I was literally sat there going, please don't pick her, please don't pick her, please don't pick her, please don't, because I'm going to have Lucia Garcia. Absolutely. Very much.
Oh, I like Paris. Oh, I feel like I've messed this up.
I have as well.
I like Paris B. No, I'm going to stick with mine. Mine's going to be the best when we come to the end. Andrew.
Nikita Paris. I'm going to get,
Solid. Where are you putting her in your team? I'm assuming off the right. She would have got your striker, actually.
She has been on the left as well.
Well, do you want to stick her on the left or the right? I don't remember ever playing on the right, or on the left even, but
on the right. Yeah, go on the right. I'm just thinking of the other player I'm going to fit in as well.
Right, so we're coming towards kind of the last few. How many picks have we all got left? 3, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 4 left, each to pick. Thanks, someone's with me. There we go. See, Michael, you raised a good question about Tobin Heed. I'm surprised she's still there as well. To be fair, yeah, I agree. The more I look at Barry's, the more I'm like, I kind of like his thinking with the team there. There's a lot of people with Barry. I mean, Rosa is what, to be fair, when you go back to a United women's team, and I'd argue, to be fair, Russo isn't really an out-and-out striker. We've not actually had that many. When you look at that list of strikers, Sigsworth was probably that, but then again, played out wide as well sometimes. Same with Ross and Arnott and so on. They kind of drifted out wide at times. So it's like Turland, I think, is probably one of the out-and-out striker that we've kind of been waiting for. It is an excuse to pick her. She fits the balance of the team. You got to think what's best for the team. Like, not on that one. Right, let's get into the final kind of few picks. There's obviously a lot of people with opinions. So if I rotate this, come on, 4-2-3-1. So Andrew, Vic, Barry, then myself.
No, next. Try and decide between two in the midfield that's left.
Yeah, I'm looking at midfield as well.
Yeah, and I'm like, do I want? I'm going to go for one of the originals, Molly Green.
Solid shot.
There you go. Throw an OG in there.
Slotting in to finish Andrew's midfield off there. Very nice. Vic, who are you going for next?
Are you sure it was me next?
Yeah, 4-2-3-1. That's a formation now. There you go. 4-2-3-1.
4-3-2-1 and 2.
Yes.
Yeah. 4-2-3-1.
3-1.
Oh, 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
What else did you think you said? There's only 4 numbers.
I thought he said 4-3-2-1. Kirsty Hansen.
Oh, is she on this? Oh, she is.
Yes.
Is she on there?
It is.
You only wrote it.
I was going to say, I put this list together. I didn't realize she was on there.
You know this team.
I can't believe nobody's chosen her yet.
She was on my list. I had her / somebody else, which I'm.
It's because Darcia and Paris was above for me on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Where to go? I feel like that's going to be okay. Andrew has, for the second time, taken one of my midfielders. And to be honest, I think Lucy Staniforth is going to be very disappointed that she hasn't made it into Midlands FC. Couldn't get more Midlands than Lucy Staniforth, I don't think.
Molly Green plays in the Midlands now. So there you go.
I do have to finish my centre midfield off, I do believe. And to be honest, I'm sat here going, do I want to be a double pivot or a single pivot, really, is where I'm kind of going with it. And you spoke about the balance of the team. I kind of want Hayley Ladd to be sat in front of the back four by herself with someone who could get forward and backward. I am going to go with can I have Lucy Moore or perhaps Jade Staniforth? Can I have one of those two?
You probably confused me. I was like, what do you want about?
So confused.
Like, who's that?
Do you know what?
2 players combined
I'm
together.
going to go Jade Moore.
Oh, he is going. Oh, okay. I'm glad you said that because that's not the person that I wanted. I was going to say that was suspense. We were all kind of on edge there, just waiting to see who you'd pick. But it is me, and I'm going to complete my midfield out as well because I feel like. Oh no! But hang on. I'm torn. I am torn on the midfield. Yes, JJ. I feel like I've said quite a few times that Press isn't on this list. She's not on the list. We're going to come to that at the end. There are a lot of players missing from this list, as you will notice. I've purposely done it like this, so there's only one person extra per position to add a bit of jeopardy. Because if you add everybody, then you're not really fighting over players, are you? Because you can kind of have a free reign of who you want. As you'll notice, a lot of the new signings aren't on here either. However, at the end, I'm going to give everyone a chance to pick one player that's not on the list to go into their team should they want to. So we are going to come back to that. And the reason why you're looking at the likes of Tunkara, as I said earlier, because we just didn't have that many centre backs over the period. In terms of appearances, Tunkara's on 5, so it would have been Janssen, even though she's never played centre back for her. But Tunkara's played a couple of games more. Right, in terms of me, I need to pick a midfielder, don't I? So I think because no one else is picking a centre back, so I've got a free choice on those two. I'm actually going to go for Charlie Devlin and whack her into the middle. Whether that'll work or not, I don't quite know whether that midfield works for me. I can't lie, but we'll make it work somehow. I don't quite know what else I can do with that. As I said, I wanted Vilda, and that would have been my perfect team, but can't have everything you want, can you? Right, let's rotate it again then. So I'll come back to the team. Oh, nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. So me, Vic. Yeah, true. Nice and easy. It's back to me again. I've not even thought. Right,
I'm so confused.
I'm going to fit my right wing in. I know that. Oh, I don't know. It's between two.
There's only one choice here.
No, there's not. There's 2.
Really?
It's the bottom 2 on that list for me. I'm torn between Jace and Heath. Because when I put my team together earlier, I wrote Jace /Hansen /Heath for that position. So I'm kind of happy with either, but I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get shouted at if I don't put Heath in the team, aren't I? We didn't see the best of him, maybe.
You got shouted at for putting Russo on. Why are you letting that sway you?
I was just about to say that, Barry.
Great minds.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
If you think about what we've had at United, like, we didn't get the best of Tobin.
Well, that's what I mean. We didn't see the best of United.
We're gonna see the best.
But she is an unbelievable footballer.
See, this just sounds to me, though, kind of like she's trying to steer you in a particular direction.
No, I'm
She
good.
wants to.
You just nip in.
I don't know, I haven't done, but
Yeah, no, Vic's done her wingers, to be fair.
Yeah, that doesn't apply to me.
People aren't going to like this. People are really not going to like this. But I did say Jace is one of my most favourite players to watch, so I am going to go for it. And people can shout at me all they want. But I would have her on that right side. I think Hansen was my first choice for the right, but sorry. It's some people that want Heath in the team, but she's not making my front 3. Number 2, it was Vic next.
Oh wait, hang on. Sorry, I just got really confused. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have. Who am I gonna have?
You need a midfielder, a forward, and a goalkeeper.
Jessica Sigsworth.
One of that. Scored quite a lot of goals for United, and that is a front 3 of the ages. That is Hansen, Sigsworth, Golson. That is quite something.
And do you know what? Actually, not that far off what I had. Not too far.
Barry, over to you.
Yes, it is. Right, it's a little bit on the tricky side, that one, because I am happy to admit that Jess Sigsworth was going to be one of my choices. So I think in order to be in a good spot, I am going to, again, Connor, I think you've just done it to yourself. I shall take Tobin Heath and put her as my striker, please.
That's a very dynamic front 3. I mean, to be fair, you could potentially swap Tobin and James around and have James and Garcia for that match. He's also played in the middle. So
we're all about fluidity at Rust FC.
We'll come back to sorting that out in a second. But Andrew, over to you.
I complete my forward line. This player hasn't really played on the left, but they can swap with Paris and be on the right. Martha Thomas. So they can swap over.
For a Scott in there. We've each got 2 picks left, haven't we? So I'm just going to we'll go through it and then we'll come back to the teams at the end because we've only got 2 picks left now. Quite a few, all of us, bar Vic, need a left back.
It's because I've got
need a goalkeeper. So let's see. If this is going to resequence. 3, 4, 1, 2.
Thank you. So I've been sat here again, just trying to work out which one of the left backs I want. Because I said I don't need to pick my right back right now because I've got that choice. You made that very easy for me indeed. So I've got to be honest. I'm in an R-in between Hannah Blundell and Gabby George. Gabby George, obviously, I think has been amazing in the few games that we saw her in. Got to take the injury concerns in. Hannah Blundell, of course, has been just unbelievable. But then she's also pregnant, so I'm not sure I'm allowed to pick her.
All the time.
To be honest, she probably shouldn't be on the list. I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. I feel like on this one, you sort of go in between what you know and what you think you've got, the potential. I'm going to have to go for the potential. I'd like Gabby George, please.
Oh, I'm so jealous of Barry's team. Andrew.
Oh, I'm so jealous of your hair, so where is it?
So was it 2 positions left? Keeper and left back?
Yeah, keeper left back.
Yeah. Just... It's like Barry, I was deciding between the 2. Was it what I already know and the potential? So I'm going to go with what I know. So that's Hannah Blundell as my left back.
Good choice.
Oh, Blundell slotting it. So that means it's just me, isn't it? It's not got a left back. So I have got a free choice on that one as well. My last 2 picks are just, and it is me next actually. So I have just got a free choice of Colwell and Tumkara and Smith and Opvist. So I haven't got any competition for my players left to pick. So, I mean, to be fair, I'm going to go for a player who was actually on my left back. She was my left back anyway, and that is Kirsty Smith. So I'm quite happy with that she's still there because she was actually in my team to start with. So, yeah, Kirsty Smith on the left-hand side.
You picked Kirsty Smith as your initial left back?
Yeah, I wanted a bit of Scottish in there.
What's a bit?
It's got to be done. I can't come on here and not pick.
I think we found out why it is that you maybe like my team over yours.
I mean, when it comes to the player, I might just decide to stick Emma Watson in instead of Devlin, you know. Just because...
you could have done that, exactly, and that would have got you a bit of Scottish, but never mind. Go on, Condog, spin that wheel.
It's not me, Vic, still got to go, yeah?
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, Vic.
She's got
You.
midfielder and goalkeeper, Vic. You've got
The
to go.
goalkeeper. And I'm going to go with, I don't know. I'm stuck between Bagley and Siobhan Chamberlain. And I'm going to actually go for Sophie Bagley.
It's a shout for Sophie Bagley in the team. There we go. So that means Andrew's going to have a free reign of the goalkeepers on this final round. Let's just get it over with 4, 3, 1, 2. So who's number 4? Andrew. So Andrew, Barry. I don't know where is that going to focus.
Last again, says the person who got the first pick of the entire game.
Well, ladies shouldn't be last.
Go on, Andrew. Complete your goalkeeper.
Right.
On
I'll have to go for Siobhan Chamberlain, goalkeeper. They're just in the championship winning season.
Choice.
3, Barry, if you want to complete your backline. So right back.
I do, yes. I mean, it was either Martha Harris or Niamh Murphy. I've not seen enough of Niamh Murphy at senior level for us to really be able to make that choice. I actually had a real soft spot for Martha Harris. I think she's worked incredibly hard. So I'm delighted that she, and let's be honest, for any OG watchers, I think anyone that can get Benny to shave his beard absolutely deserves to be in your top 11. So,
no, absolutely. So I guess it's down to me to complete my centre backs. Tunkara and Colby. Now, I don't think it's any secret. Tunkara's definitely had a more, I guess, decorated career. But I'm going for Caldwell purely because I actually thought when she came in and she played in the team that was very injury hit. She was kind of brought in as a backup and she played a lot more games than maybe she thought. Also, she had an unbelievable chant. So she's going in there for that as well because I feel like that'll hype the fans up when they're coming to watch my games for that team. But so I'll go with that. And then Vic, to bring us, who have you got left to pick? Is yours a forward or is it?
It's a midfielder, and I've either got Lucy or Amy, and I don't think I've ever seen Amy play in person. But keep going. I'm gonna go with Lucy. We'll have to see how that would work, but I mean, I'm sure we'd figure it out.
Well, there we go. So that completes the teams when we look at them on paper. And I'm kind of we'll kind of come around the panel and see who's happy with theirs. What they kind of. In fact, we'll go around the panel in a second and see what people's original teams were and who kind of took players off who. But I'm intrigued in the chat when you're looking at those 4 teams. I can say something about you and Vilda. My team would have been perfect with Vilda in there, but we'll gloss over that. The 3 Scots have been picked. Yes, they have. Indeed. But yeah, I'm wondering who, obviously you guys that are watching, who you think, looking at that, has the best team on paper.
You should poll.
I'm sorry, but it's just making me giggle a little bit that Barry's got Maya, Millie and Gabby and then Martha Harris. I love Martha Harris, but it's just making me cackle a little bit.
Sorry, you're a little bit hilarious about that when you're sitting there with Onabatia, Alex Springer, and Janet Evans, Abby McManus, and
I'm just not looking at mine. Mine's starting well, but just little Martha Harris.
I love little Martha Harris. Love her.
Me too. But it's
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of my team, Connor.
I was going to say, I'm only missing, from the team that I made, I'm only missing 2 players, and that's Maya and Vilda. Everyone else is who I wanted, so I would have had Maya in instead of Diane and Vilda instead of Charlie Devil, and that would have completed my team there, because everyone else is kind of what I wanted. I don't know obviously, Vic, I know you didn't have the team that you wanted, potentially. Who's missing from yours? Who did you have written down that you wanted?
So I had Maya and Millie together. Then I had Ella Vilda and Hayley Ladd. Then I had Leah, Nikita Paris, and Lucia Garcia. And the rest, I got what I wanted. So
missed quite a few there.
Yeah, I did. But because I went for like the ones that everyone else would go for first, that's obviously why I missed out. But I mean,
Jeopardy comes in.
I actually don't think they would make a bad side, to be fair. I'd be quite happy to manage that team.
I think that's pretty fair. I mean, Andrew, how many are you missing from a team that you thought you were going to be able to make?
Well, I definitely would have taken Mayor on my side as well, but I was debating, do it. Russo as well. I was like, but you took that one. I was like, do I put her in the side or not? I thought it's going to be a bit controversial. Did think about, well, Alex Greenwood as well, but I thought, well, no, I'll stick with Hannah Blundell. So I was like, with what I know. So, yeah, it's just some good names in there that I could have got in, but yeah, just like kind of leaving the goalkeepers. Well, thought, do I take Mary? And I'm just like, that was already taken. So I was like, is that?
Sorry, I'm laughing at you. I thought I was muted then.
Right. Yeah, I probably would have taken Mary, but I'm happy with the goalkeeper I got. She's led us to the in the championship winning season, so can't be it's not too bad of a goalkeeper. Was Siobhan Chamberlain, so yeah, so happy with myself. So a lot of experience in that side. So would like to get more of the younger.
Oh, that'll happen when you pick Rachel Williams right at the beginning.
Well, she's a legend, Rachel Williams. She's an absolute legend. So scored some very important goals for us. And considering when she first came, there was some that didn't think, well, what's she going to do for us? Well, she's done more than enough.
That's good. NT's put a proper, a full-on dissection of the teams here. So Connor, Vic, and Barrett all have 5 current United players and something towards them. I like Barrett's backline and midfield, but Connor has Fallon, tullis-joyce, so I can't decide.
So what do you like about mine?
Nothing. Probably the fact you've got Honor, to be fair.
Yeah,
I think Honor trumps everybody on that. We are going to tweet these afterwards. We'll probably tweet it tomorrow and see what the Twitterverse is saying. But my final kind of question on this: if you could swap one player that wasn't available on this list, so I'm kind of looking at new signings. You can look at maybe Kristen Press, for example. There's definitely other players that I've not added on here. Let me have a look. Estelle Cascarino, she was at United for a 5-month loan spell. We didn't see much of her. Guerrero's another one.
I don't think you should do I think everybody should have the opportunity to actually swap somebody now if they wanted to, and you should do one final roll of the dice so that people can decide and throw these newbies in if they want to.
Yeah, no, but I do. Oh no, that's a good idea because I do want to swap somebody. This is going to be our team. We'll
on his terms.
We'll tweet these teams as the originals, but this is a kind of an extra bit to see who would swap in. So I've rotated the sequence again, and it's come up with that. For those you can see it, 2, 1, 3, 4.
Oh, she's not so happy, upset anymore, is she?
So are we only going for players? So new signings and players that weren't on the list. Because I don't like the idea of nicking. I don't like the idea of nicking people from other people's teams.
No, you can't nick from other people. No, you've got somebody who's not on the list.
No, so anyone who's not on this list and new signings.
That's why I was happy.
So you could have Janssen.
Yes, so I'm going to have Dominique Janssen and take... Do I have to tell you who I'm taking out?
Yes.
I'm taking Gemma Evans out. Thank you very much.
So you're going for Janssen there.
I'm a lot happy.
Do you know what? I'm good. It's me next, isn't it? 2, 1, 3, 4. I'm going to salvage my rep because I got battered earlier on. My swap would be Elizabeth Turler for Alessia Russo, just to save my rep and to bring my United points back. I would swap that and have Turler.
But you can't put ET.
I can. She's the ET. ETE.
Yeah. It's obviously not Ella Toon, is it?
Well,
because Ella Toon's written there in actual words.
Not in Connor's team, it's not.
No, it doesn't need to be. I am going to do what I think at this moment in time, and we need to be ready for this because I've got my pen. I'm ready for the pen drop, and I think this is the one that will do it now. So I think at this point, I am going to take out Jade Moore, and away from Jade Moore, we are going to bring in Simi Awujo. That's the team. Thanks for coming. Good night, all.
Interesting, Andrew.
I was thinking Barry's going to choose another name there, so I'm going to go in the midfield as well. I'm going to take. Which one?
Is there another midfielder?
Yes.
No.
Well, I'm looking on this list of United players. There is. Well, they played in the midfield, according to.
He's going to whack Guerrero in the midfield, isn't he?
Yes, but I'm deciding between which two.
Oh, you are? I was joking.
Yes, it is great. Which one I take out? Molly Green.
Wow.
Take the OG out.
You've really surprised me tonight, Andrew.
Just so people know, I would have also taken Emma Watson instead of Simi.
That's that. If I didn't have Russo on my team and got battered for it earlier, I would have put Watson instead of Devlin in the midfield. Other players, obviously, Press not even getting a mention by anybody. Who else have we missed? Carrie Jones obviously played for United as well. That was a potential other option.
Is Grace Clear? Oh, yeah, she is there. Sorry.
Tara Bourne as well. Naomi Hartley. I think that's it in terms of those. Ivana Fuso's another one as well that could potentially have been chosen. Adriana Leon. Although I don't think anyone's picking her. They wouldn't be allowed back on the channel if she's making anyone's team. Slim Bizet, obviously, from this season as well. So there's a few other players that could have made people's team. Connor, you would have won if you just... Shocking. Yeah, Alicia Ahern as well. So there's a few players that we potentially missed off there. But no, I think that went pretty well. I think are we all happy with our teams there?
I'm delighted. I'm walking away from here feeling like I've won. It doesn't matter what anybody else says to me. I am spot on. I'm well happy with that team.
You've got a good side. You have.
I mean, Rosa did ask, to be fair, whether we do like managers or assistants. She did name them as well. Now you pick your assistant: Skinner, Stoney, Wilcox, so it's the goalkeeper coach, Charlotte Healy, and Martin Ho. We could do that if you want. If we really want to do, just very quick to round this show off.
Go for it. I'm happy to pick an assistant manager.
1-4-3-2. So Vicky, you're actually last in the order. I'm really happy now because my assistant is probably the best assistant we've had at United Women, and go for Martin Ho as my assistant.
Sensible choice.
4, Andrew.
I'm trying to think now.
It's Midlands FC. It picks itself, surely.
Yeah, Mark Skinner.
What else can you do?
Yeah, there's no other chance. Really. Go about the Midlands boy.
Oh.
Did you actually pick Skinner? You did? Oh.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Midlands. Got to be Midlands FC.
Thinking that was a gag.
I was being serious.
So at the minute, I am tossing up between Casey Stoney and Charlotte Healy, obviously. And, I mean, let's be honest. You've got to go with the person that won us something, haven't you, and set us up. So, I'm going to bring Casey Stoney back.
Well, I guess I'm having Charlotte then.
No shout for Wilco. Rosa's never going to come back. I think she asked that question fully hoping that Wilco was going to get a mention. No mention.
No, he's not. I'm having Shan being the assistant myself.
Oh wow, full dictatorship over there.
Yeah. I'll just do it myself. Well, if I have to choose, I'm going to choose Charlotte.
There we go. Yeah.
To be fair, I only need Casey Stoney to bring the water cooler out.
Oh, now look at you've done. Oh dear.
Don't do that, Rosa. I picked Mary Earps. Nobody else did.
Well,
Me.
You.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I don't think I picked anyone that Rosa wanted. Jackie. I picked Jackie. So, maybe don't dislike the video. Anyway, right.
Maybe not.
We'll look to round this one. It's been a bit of fun, so we'll tweet these teams tomorrow and see what the Twitterverse think of the teams. But I hope everyone's enjoyed watching us. It's something a little bit different on the Wednesday night. We said we were going to do this over the summer, and we never actually. I don't know whether is it still summer. I don't even know. June, July, we said we were going to do this, and we never ended up doing it. But we managed to get it in, and like I said, it's a little bit of fun. If there's any players watching this or anyone associated with the players, hopefully no offense is taken that we didn't pick your players. Someone was out of control or anything like that. But yes, there are our teams. I've enjoyed it. I think it's been another great show to kickstart the weekends. It's been a while. I say a while. It's been about 6 or 7 days since we've done a show. But there we go. Obviously, we're back into match week, so we'll be back on Friday previewing Spurs. I know there was obviously a lot of talk today about the changing of autographs and photos, obviously at Old Trafford, at LSV. We will discuss that on Friday when we talk about that as well. Because obviously there's some changes happening this season, which has caused quite a reaction. Oh God!
Oh no! Oh God! I have a confession to make.
I'm really concerned now.
For the first time in my life, I have found a burger that I would need to deconstruct.
I would knew that was coming then.
Look at that. Look at the size of that.
That looks.
I'd still go in my hands.
That mean there'll be some absolute gremlin.
Yeah, I didn't say I'd use a knife and fork. I said I'd need to take it apart. How on earth are you meant to get your gob around that?
You'd have to take the sausage hash browns out, eat them, and then put the burger back together and eat it with your hands.
That's what I mean. You're still using your hands. There's never an excuse for you to knife and fork, but I would have to take that apart. It doesn't matter how hard you squash, that's just going to get wider, which is then, how do you get that in? So
that's a full deconstruction job, taking it apart, put the hard hat on and everything else, that is.
Yes, maybe even a shovel. That's ridiculously big.
It's put exactly the same. I think that is quite something. That's 100% agree with that. That's definitely a deconstruction job.
There we go.
I'd be going nowhere near that. Yes, I did say. There we go.
I saw that. Had to bring it in.
That's quite an end to the show. That is. Something a bit different.
Unbelievable, isn't it? That is the sort of burger I could forgive you if you said I was going to get a knife and fork out for. I could live with that from you, not one of those diddy little ones you talk about.
Mike, you started off this show. I'm sure it was you that put something good in about my hair. And you've ended it off with that. That is shocking.
Anyway. He's hopelessly devoted to you, really.
Absolutely. Right, I'll round this show off before we go into even more chaos. We'll be back on Friday, back to normal time at 7 o'clock, previewing Spurs. Obviously, the normal match reaction on Monday when we come around to doing that. Make sure, literally as. It's a bit rude, I'm just getting slaughtered now. People won't come back on Friday. Appreciate that, MC. I said something a little bit different. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that kind of good stuff. Follow all of the socials at allforunitedwfc on absolutely everything. Have a good rest of the week all. Should see you guys on Friday.